by Aubrey Allegretti, political reporter. Citizens would have their future in Britain secured by Christmas if Theresa May made good on her promises to them, Labour has said. Shadow Brexit Secretary Sir Keir Starmer challenged the PM to turn her warm words into action, legislate to secure the expat status and fast-track a bill through Parliament. He was speaking in Brussels, where Labour have provoked surprise by securing meeting with top-level EU officials before Mrs May, who heads to Brussels later for a crunch summit. Sir Keir denied he, Jeremy Corbyn and Shadow International Trade Secretary Barry Gardiner were there to cause trouble. Image Sir Keir Starmer said Labour's visit was only responsible. He told Sky News, "I've been coming back and forth from Brussels for the last 12 months, meeting the EU's chief Brexit negotiator Michel Barnier a number of times to make sure that we fully understand the seriousness of the situation." He added Labour wanted to know what was needed to break this impasse, as EU leaders are expected to vote formally that sufficient progress in talks has not been made. Sir Keir said it was responsible for Labour to be talking with some of the key players, and in some cases it had better connections with foreign powers than the government. Image Jeremy Corbyn is leading Labour's delegation in Brussels. He welcomed an open letter from Mrs May to the 3 million EU citizens living in Britain sent on Thursday, which promised EU citizens living lawfully in the UK today will be able to stay. But he added that despite the PM's claims to the contrary, using them as bargaining chips looks very much like what she is doing. Labour's delegation will meet Mr Barnier and President of the European Parliament Antonio Tajani along with the Prime Ministers of Italy, Sweden and Portugal. All while Mrs May attends the Brussels summit. Multiple Tory rebellions over EU exit bill, PM's Brexit strategy in paralysis amid delays. Immigration Minister Brandon Lewis denied Labour's presence was a coup for Labour, telling Sky News, "If you're the EU and you've got the Labour Party leader saying they'd agree any deal at any price, they would want to talk to them. The reality is, the person they've got to negotiate with is Theresa May, the British Prime Minister, who's been very clear about wanting to get a deal that's good for Europe and for the UK."